I'm Brittany Martz, and you're watching Indie Inner Tube.
I'm Phil Cook, creator of Malice, the web series, here in Falls Church, Virginia, just across the river from Washington, D.C. Malice is the story of the Turner family, a family that has some issues. Dad has just returned home as a Navy SEAL. Mom has had some alcohol issues. The girls have moved a lot. And so our story picks up and they're sort of like reconfiguring this family when, it opens up with the death of Grandma and they inherit Grandma's house. And there's some weird mystery stuff going on there. And so this family goes to this house and just very strange things start to happen. People start disappearing, and the one person who really kind of starts to figure this out is the youngest, is Alice, the 16-year-old with a very active imagination. And she basically has to solve this mystery and put things right. And it's actually a pretty tough story by the time we run this poor kid through the gauntlet to get to the finale of this piece. I was intrigued about making a web series that was both fantastic and macabre, so it could cater to some of the horror and fantasy elements, but was truly the story of characters, a story arc that would take you on a journey and really be about people dealing with some fantastic situations. But what I really wanted most, which I hadn't really seen much on web series, was to develop characters that hopefully the audience would have some real empathy for, and to sort of create a hook, sort of like Lost, to the extent it's like, oh my God, I can't believe you left them in that place or in that position, or what's going to happen next. So to create a compelling reason to tune in to the next show. Malice is definitely a very grassroots production. I mean, we're shooting in Falls Church, Virginia. This is not Hollywood. There are no Screen Actors Guild, Directors Guild. I mean, our budget is, it's a self-financed project. The budget is almost non-existent. I mean, you are paying people just to, to get the commitment and to have them show up on the set in a timely way. But it's definitely, we're pushing really hard, trying to create a huge-looking production with essentially $1.98. I do the visual effects, and a good friend of mine down in Florida helps with some creature stuff, which you've only seen a piece of so far. But, like I said, this is a show that's built around my skill sets. I mean, I started out as a director of photography and an editor and a writer, and also have a visual effects background. So we tried to create a show that incorporated those things, since I was the cheapest guy I knew that I could afford to hire, and built this show around my house and try to circle the wagons, make it a containable production, and basically try to get through it in a pretty short amount of time. So we're trying to do some fundraising right now, which is why we're sort of on a hiatus. We got 6 episodes up. We got 6 episodes in various stages of post-production, but it has been a journey, and we'll see if it has been worth it, because right now it's been a lot of fun, but it's also been very frustrating.
How did I get cast on Malice? Okay, well, I was on Craigslist, like every smart actress should be on. Kind of a joke. But no, I saw this audition for this show that said it was going to be a web series thing, and they needed someone to portray a 16-year-old girl. So I sent in my headshot, my resume, and Phil sent me an email back. I found out he was legit. And I went to his house right before Memorial Day, I believe, and I auditioned, and they decided I was the one to be Alice, and that's how I got cast.
Alice is a badass.
She's way cooler than me. Alice is very much, she's sort of mystical, I think. And she's really smart, really on top of things, way ahead of most of her peers intellectually. But she's kind of lonely. She's kind of weird. She's kind of an outsider, even in her own family. But she's really brave and really cool, so that makes up for it. I think it appeals to a wide range of audiences, to be honest with you. To teenagers who don't really fit in necessarily, but then we've got some good family drama that I think everybody can get into. It doesn't matter what age you are. It's cool to see moms go bonkers, and who doesn't love monsters? No. I had no fun making Malice. It was awful. I went home and cried every night. No, I had a ton of fun. Of course I did. I get to shoot guns all day. Tell me that's not fun. Also, Phil has lots of candy at his house.